2022 recap session 5, we are going to revise current affairs for prelims with respect to Indian Air Force updations in 2022. We have 5 important upgradations what we have made or developments what we have made in the year 2022 with IAF. The first one is the autonomous flying wing technology demonstrator, what we popularly call it as unmanned aerial vehicle or UAV, and which is also one of the significant aspect of the drone technology. So this unique aspect of UAV was the tailless fixed wing UAV. You can see in the picture, you have no tail for that particular UAV, and the wings are fixed, which cannot be moved. And it has a very small turbofan engine, which was used in Russian TRDD 50MT engine that was used. This is a maiden test. That means for the first time we have tested it, and we are having a great leap forward in developing an unmanned aerial combat vehicle. So that is our mission mode, a development what we are going to have. And in this, we try to make it indigenous through aeronautical development establishments in Bengaluru. And this is a multi-role UAV. It can be used in combat as well as in other civilian areas like mapping of landside areas, infested crop damage assessment, large-scale mapping, traffic monitoring, logistics support. Everything has been actually pilot mode we have tested. Say, for example, during COVID time, the logistics, that is your medicine has been delivered through drone. We have drone used in landside affected areas in Uttarakhand and so on. And this is one of the major upgradation what we are going to have from Rustam 2nd, which is an indigenous medium altitude long endurance vehicle. It is a UAV, and we are trying to upgrade it for using it under 25,000 feet high altitude. So which is very, very significant for India, where we have battlefields which are highest among the world or in the world. So naturally, this makes one of the significant developments in IAF. The second one, which is very significant, is ABHYAS. ABHYAS is nothing but high-speed expendable aerial target, that is indigenously developed by DRDO. Actually, this is a air target where it can be expendable. That means the range can be differentiated, and it can fly at subsonic speed, less than the speed of sound. And it has a gas turbine engine for a long endurance flight. And this particular system is having inertial navigation system for navigating, and it can get rid of radar, so it can miss out radars, and it won't have any problem passing via radars of enemies. And it has infrared signatures than the electronic signatures, right? So that's a significant aspect what we have ABHYAS. Another thing is, one of the superior weapon we are trying to develop is India's first fully indigenous long-range precision guided anti-airfield weapon. So this is one of the significant development, and this weapon is completely designed and developed by DRDO, where we can target the airfields of the enemy in the ground, and we can target their radars, bunkers, taxi tracks, runways, and everything from the air. Okay, so it can be launched via air, and it can be delivering 80 kg lightweight, high precision guided bombs with a range of 100 kilometers, which is very, very tactically important for India with respect to our fragile nature of borders. So this is one significant thing which we have tested again first time in the 2022. And another important thing is we are trying to improve ourselves in the electronic countermeasure technology, or we call it as electronic warfare technology. Usually this Chaff technology was used in protecting Navy ships, whereas for the first time we are trying to develop it for safeguarding an aircraft, because we have a significant attack on our aircrafts with respect to radar threats and other missile attacks. So we are trying to develop a Chaff technology, which is expendable electronic countermeasure, that is countering electronic mode of warfare. In this particular way, we are trying to develop this Chaff technology. Another important thing is the solid fuel ducted Ramjet technology, which we have applied in various air-to-air missiles, which we are developing at very high speed. And this particular solid fuel ducted Ram technology, Ramjet technology, is nothing but a propulsion system based on Ramjet principle. That is, Ramjet is nothing but you have a supersonic combustion, which is going to happen in the engine, but it will be very difficult to conduct a super sonic combustion. So we try to reduce the speed of air inside the engine. So the vehicle which moves in supersonic speed, the air which comes into the engine as supersonic speed will be reduced to subsonic speeds, and then the engine will be operated. That we call it as ramjet. Whereas scramjet, the same ramjet, but instead of slowing down the incoming air, we try to use the same supersonic speed air. In that particular combustion takes place, that is supersonic combustion takes place, where we call it as scramjet technology. So ramjet and scramjet, the vehicle will move in supersonic speed, but the combustion in ramjet will happen in less than speed of a sound, subsonic, whereas the combustion in the scramjet will happen in the supersonic speed itself. So here, solid fuel will be provided instead of your cryo fuel. We try to have solid fuel, and now we have air breathing system. So previously we had cryo engines, whereas now we try to use solid fuel air breathing engines, which is significant development, which is easier to maintain, and it can go for a very long range at a supersonic speed. So these are some of the important advancements what we had in the Indian Air Force in the year 2022. For further details about our programs as well as the recap session, stay tuned with us. Thank you.